in response to an unprecedented drone strike from Yemen into Tel Aviv, now the city that is considered by a majority of the world the capital of Israel, right? Only a handful of countries consider Jerusalem. We're talking about the center of Israel here. A drone that flies over 2,000 kilometers, it bypasses air defenses, not just Israeli air defenses, mind you, air defenses of the ships that have been deployed to the Red Sea and to the Mediterranean Sea to, protect Israeli trade interests, hit this building in Tel Aviv, injures a bunch of people, kills one person right by the U.S. consulate, and then Israel, what do? In typical Israeli fashion, they escalate. They bomb the port of Hodeida, they destroy this oil refinery, they blow up a power station, just, go and drop so many bombs. It was huge fires. And now Yemen is saying, we're going to hit you back. Now all restraints are off. If before Yemen was showing to be the one member of the Axis of Resistance that was really, willing to put themselves into the firing line in the name of Gaza, mind you, right? This is completely in the name of the Palestinians getting massacred in Gaza. Now it's just going to get even bigger, right? And Israel is a country that is struggling to defeat the Gaza resistance, cannot take on Hezbollah in the north, and yet they go and they bomb Yemen.
The most fearless front of the resistance. I mean, the Yemenis must be like, just excited beyond belief. This gives them a whole range of targets, the likes of which they hadn't thought to hit before. There are several things that are interesting about this. One is, of course, everybody in awe of yet another new Yemeni weapon that we didn't know about the day before.
The Jaffa drone, right?
Yeah. So the distance is an important factor. The engine, they're saying, is also an important factor. The fact that Yemen's previous versions of this drone were limited to 1,500 kilometers and now have exponentially expanded to at least 2,300 kilometers. The problem for Israel is that, you have to think it's Tel Aviv. It's not just a beach city with some high rises. It is the core, the center of Israel's economic triangle. Okay, it's where industry, where government ministries, the Israeli Ministry of Defense is based in Tel Aviv. And then to come from where? How does a drone with that travel that kind of distance undetected? So this is something that I think is significant for the Israelis and cause of real concern. Yemen's oil storage facilities there, likely to make a large conflagration to help domestic perception in Israel, as though Netanyahu did a massive counterstrike, right? But it was also, the problem with this is he hit a port. That's civilian infrastructure, okay, which gives the Yemenis an excuse to hit critical civilian infrastructure in Israel. But importantly, by hitting civilian targets, the Israelis demonstrate that they don't have the intelligence information to hit key Yemeni military targets. So that was a big fail. Now,
not even the CIA knows this. They've been bombing Yemen for 6 months, and they still haven't been able to deter